Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sage, and in today's video, I'm headed down this dusty dirt road to one of my favorite places, the Guy Ranch. It's home to a family of local horse trainers who I'm lucky enough to call very good friends. Pam asked me to help her with her pantry. She has a huge pantry, but it can still get chaotic, and it's right before shopping, so it's perfect timing. So I drove down to the city to the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree is a great spot to get bins for organizing really inexpensively, and they have a million different types. So first off, I took everything out of her pantry. This is an important step. Purging your pantry is probably the most important step. You need to go through everything. Check expiration dates, separate stuff. If you're not going to use it, just chuck it. Keeping it in your cabinet is not going to get your money back. Just let it go. Look at this huge pile of stuff we got out of her cabinets that she wasn't using and that we took out of boxes. Can't imagine how much space we saved. Next up, I just gave a quick wipe down to all of the cabinets. It was perfect timing because nothing was in there. And then I took all of the organizing bins over and decided what pattern I was going to use to store them in. And that way I knew what items to put in what bins. Don't be afraid to dump stuff that's already prepackaged straight into bins. You don't need to have a bunch of half-empty boxes in your cabinet, just dump them in a bin. It makes it easier to grab later too. And then just separate like items with like items. This bin here is awesome for water bottles. It holds a whole case of it. Next up, I just labeled everything. Don't be afraid to label stuff. It's a useful tool to help teach yourself and your family where to find stuff and where to put it back. And that way, stuff stays more organized. And there you have it, an organized pantry. First off, I like to put stuff I don't use very often up top. And I like these bins with the holes in them because I can just stick my finger in there and I can pull it down easily without having to drag out the step stool, which is useful if you're short like I am and Pam is. I also suggest storing unopened items separate from opened items. I like to store my chips and opened cookies and stuff in their own bin. That way they get used first. I know that I'm supposed to go look at this bin first before I go look at the other. And if I can't find it, then I can look in the unopened bin and hopefully find what I need. That way I don't have like 4 bags of chips open and 2 bags of cookies. It just makes it easier and there's no waste. I also did a little hack. I made this little chip clip station right next to where the chips and cookies are held, so it's easy to just clip stuff and find the clips. They're really easy to make. You just use some command hooks and clothespins. You can get a whole pack of clothespins at the dollar store or even find command strips there. And if you can't find the regular brand, you can use the dollar store off-brand. The next thing I did was line up the canned goods at eye level. She had a whole bunch of canned goods separated on different spots in the pantry that made it hard to see what she had. So I separated and lined up all the goods. I have all my meats, my tomato products, the canned vegetables, her specialty items, and meal staples. That way you can see everything and you know what you have when you go to make dinner. The next thing I suggest is putting all of the snacks that you have that are already pre-wrapped, the grab and go ones, in just a bin so you can just easily pull it out and grab and go. Another thing I like about the dollar store bins is that these dish pans, in most cabinets I've seen, they leave room behind for extra product that you don't want to use right away. And don't be afraid to reuse boxes. I just reused this oatmeal box because it fit perfectly and I didn't have to buy anything for it. When I first started organizing, I couldn't afford to buy anything. I just reused whatever I could find at hand. Here, I stored all the dinner food items in one box, so when Pam wants to make dinner, she just pulls out this box and see what she has and, can coordinate a dinner. I separated all of the onions and potatoes. I took them out of their bags and put them in these containers that have holes so they can air, and That helps saves money because none of it goes to waste, and it's easy to see what you have and grab something when you're making dinner. Another thing I did was put all of those drink packets in one bin, and I corralled them just above where I kept the other water bottles. That way you could just literally grab a water, grab a packet, and you're good to go. If you have multiple items of the same thing, like here she had 4 of these, I condensed them and I just put the 2 that were already open up front, and then I put the unused ones in the back. I did the same thing with the cereal, the open ones in the front and the unused ones in the back. And here, because she's storing some cleaning products around the food, I put them in a bin so in case something leaks, nothing gets contaminated. And we cleaned out and made some space in the bottom and up on top. I also corralled all of her dog treats and all of her medicines, whether they're for 2 legs or for 4 legs. And here we put all of her grocery bags. In the Christmas tin, there's all the plastic ones, and in the green tote, I put all of the similar fabric reusable totes in that one, so she can just grab it and take it to her car when she goes shopping. My final tip is to put a string on top of bins that are kind of out of your reach. That way you can just pull them down, and it makes it easy because you don't have to always drag out the step stool. Well, that's it, guys. I hope that you liked my video, and I hope that it inspires you to go clean your pantry, because life is easier if you can find what you're looking for and know exactly where to put it away, and everybody else knows where to put it away. And thank you to the Guy family for allowing me to come into your home and videotape. If you're into horses, you should check out Clayton's page. He is CJG Horse Training on Facebook and Clayton Clay Guy on Instagram. I'll put links down below in the description box for both of his social media. And if you love horses, whether you do anything with them or you just like looking at pictures, you should totally check it out. He uploads regularly and always has cool stuff on there, as well as some sound advice if you're into horses. So I hope you liked my video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you think you want to watch more, then hit that subscribe button. And if you think anybody else would like my videos that you know, then hit the share button. That way, they have a chance to see me and know that I exist out here. And join me on my other forums. I have a Facebook page, my channel here on YouTube, and Instagram. I'm on Pinterest and Twitter. Well, thanks for stopping by my house. Or Pam's house, I mean. I'll see you next time.